Hey guys, back at it with another video. We're gonna react to the Jurassic World Rebirth trailer, and I've already seen it before. Have you seen it yet, Kevin?
I saw
So
it.
I already have some. I'm a huge Jurassic Park fan, so I definitely have some standards, and we'll just break it down and see how we both like it.
Hold on to your butts.
This is Zora Bennett, our mission specialist. Sorry, what mission? This would be a medical breakthrough that could save countless lives. It comes from the largest dinosaurs on the planet. Fortunately for us, all these species exist in one isolated place. Can you be ready tomorrow?
I can guarantee your safety. I mean, more or less.
More or less? Is your guy?
So we're gonna pause it here for copyright reasons, and hopefully YouTube doesn't whack us. So far it looks good. Obviously from Jurassic World, the original, I guess we'll call it the sequel trilogy of that. Chris Pratt was in it. Bryce Dallas Howard was in it. A couple other people, but like those are kind of the main two. Um, seems like Scarlett Johansson is kind of replacing that Chris Pratt role, the action kind of soldier. And I don't know the other actor. The only other person I know is Mashal Ali. Is that what his name is? He's supposed to play Blade in the newest Marvel adaptation of that. When that comes out, I have no idea. Um, my problem is I'm getting, just from off the bat, very Mary Sue vibes when it comes to Scarlett Johansson, in terms of she's going to be the one protecting the guy. The guy, obviously, he's obviously the intelligent, paleontologist one. I do have a feeling that he's going to be the archetype of being this white, weak male, and she's going to be always constantly saving him throughout the movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting like as well. I hope they don't like lean too heavily into that. Like, I want to see him at least, like, if he's gonna be like this like nerdy guy, I want at least him to like step up like when like the time like comes for like him to have like an actual like strong role.
Yeah, like if he in the beginning is kind of like this weak, like he seems very timid, especially the way he speaks and the way he acts, and I'm hoping maybe it's kind of like a, what is it, like
Like a
coming up, like a character
character development.
development, and maybe he'll become the action star at the end, like a Chris Pratt role. Like I enjoyed Chris Pratt's character, Owen Grady, because he was, if I remember correctly, he was from the Navy. He had military experience, and he's an animal behavioralist, and he had that kind of like Alan Grant meets like Ian Malcolm. So he's very like skeptical. He thinks methodical, and then like obviously he's got that pit, like that action. He knows how to handle a gun. He knows how to fight, stuff like that. I really like that character. So like so far visually it looks very pretty. Obviously we're getting some callbacks from the original movie with the banner, with the T-Rex in the background with the skeleton, and I'm not upset yet. Just those couple like nitpicky things with the characters, the only thing that I see wrong so far.
Yeah, like I want to see. I'm gonna see this movie regardless
Yeah,
of
yeah,
like
absolutely.
how this trailer is perceived, but I want to see like certain progressions happen.
Absolutely. So let's carry on this thing.
Move fast. Not moving things and people in and out of places they shouldn't be.
Keep up towards Barbados. Avoid government patrol, but there aren't that many anymore.
Why's that?
No one's dumb enough to go where we're going.
This island was the research facility for the original Jurassic Park.
We need DNA from the three biggest dinosaurs. Do we have to get a sample from an egg? I suppose we could try and get it from the parent, but they're a flying carnivore the size of an F-16.
Maybe we should make it quick.
Okay, so let's pause right there, because I have one gripe as a person who's read the novels. Obviously, watched the movies first, then read the novels. Isla Sorna was in the book and in the movies as the research factory floor where they developed and created these dinosaurs. And obviously the first movie, first book, that's where they did it. Now the second book, which I hang on to the book, is the most canon part of it all. Isla Sorna was the factory floor. Now we have another island that they were developing, creating dinosaurs. It just seems kind of like they're retconning, basically saying, okay, now we have another island. And from what he's saying, that they're going towards Barbados, that is the exact opposite. So it's the other side of the North American continent. So that's in the Caribbean area where this island is. It just seems kind of weird that why would you start here and then we got this island off the coast of Costa Rica, in the Pacific side. I don't know, just this whole, I want to call it retconning, but like it's definitely affecting the canon in terms of what was the first island. Because I feel like we're constantly finding more islands, even though we have 5 islands to play with that are in the book, that are in the original movie.
Yeah, I think they're doing like the similar thing that Disney did to Star Wars, where they take the books and then they just kind of like, yeah, but you know, that type of thing. Like it just doesn't seem like it's a, you know, holding true to like the fans, because like true fans will read the books. They'll do the research. They know what to look out for. So I think they're just doing like the whole, yeah, but
Yeah.
you know.
And like, of course, coincidentally, this one island has all 3 of the world's largest species in one place. It's kind of like, it's kind of lazy story writing to me, I feel like.
Oh yeah, that's all it's ever been. Has just been lazy story writing for a majority of like new shows coming out.
But like, and that's kind of what's kind of tampering my excitement for this.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably gonna go see it. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna enjoy the visuals and the cinematics. Like, I like how. I think the big problem with the first, well, the sequel trilogy of Jurassic Park or Jurassic World is everyone said like it's not dark, but it has this blue filter, like this like gray hue, where like this is very poppy. It's got lots of color. Cinematically, it looks really great. The creatures so far are great. The designs are kind of iffy, but like as we finish this, I said before recording, that I have reasons why they look different than in the movies and maybe described in books. But let's carry on this thing.
These dinosaurs are too dangerous for the original park. The worst of the worst, we're left here. We put ourselves in a place we don't belong. Survival is a long shot.
What the hell are those?
Defend territory, stalk, hunt.
None of what you just said is good.
I think so. There's a couple things that I want to like I want to know how she ended up being like, you know, the sort of soldier in this. Like I want to like at least know some of her background, but I'm pretty sure we'll probably get that in like the full movie.
Yeah.
I want to know, why is there like a family with kids there?
The only thing I can think of is like like a shipwreck or something is the only
Like,
way.
I think that's just like a useless like raising the stakes. Like I think it's just a lazy way to raise the stakes.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but where the giant pterodactyl creature, I don't think it's a Quetzalcoatl. I think it might be a different giant pterosaur. That's a temple. It was a ruin, so like that had people there at some point. So like maybe there is people living on there, but more than likely from the way they dress, I believe that either shipwreck or they got dumped there for some reason. In this whole like adding kids, I'm kind of sick of adding kids to everything, because that was kind of sucked for Jurassic World. That's the only thing I had was like it was focused on the kids a little bit. That I just want to see dinosaurs eat people. I want to see a part go wrong. I was kind of When you start adding kids and too many people, it takes away focus from everything else. Obviously, from what we saw the big bad, we'll call it, of this movie, and that's going to be this. If anything, I'll scrub back to where we see it. And right here is the big bad. From what everyone's saying online, the community, they're calling it the D-Rex. I don't know what's going to be called actually in the movie. From my understanding, that this is not hybrid. I guess we're dealing with mutations. This island was, from the trailer's description, the original research island when they're trying to create dinosaurs. They weren't trying to hybridize anything, and this creature was a result of a mutation, specifically a T-Rex, from my understanding. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's the writer or the director, but they specifically said that they wanted to make this creature a Rancor xenomorph T-Rex looking thing, and that's why it looks the way it looks. A lot of people say it's T-Rex because it has those tiny little arms up front. Obviously, it's got the Rancor front arms, and
Kind of like facial structure from like I could see that.
you can see like the xenomorph bump right here, the Rancor like squished face. I kind of wish they wouldn't have done that. I don't like the design too much of that because like it doesn't make sense for the body to mutate that much. Prior to this, in the laboratory, you saw the raptor in the tank. Here, this is what I was saying. This is the raptor. If you notice to the left side of the head, that's another head. Because that's inside the tank, that's not outside the tank. So that's a two-headed raptor resulting from mutation. But typically, when mutations happen like this, they would euthanize the animal at a very young age. So I don't understand why this was kept. But now that I'm looking at the tank looks very new. It doesn't look like, from timeline-wise, this would probably been in the 80s. Because the original park went online in the 90s. So for them to be like, okay, it's the researchers, figure this out, let's create these things, it would happen in the late 80s, I believe. And this thing just seems too new to me. It looks very clean. There's nothing growing on it from like Jurassic Park 3. There was vines, there's shrubs, everything. Obviously it's broken. Bunch of stuff is broken, but there's no overgrowth, there's nothing growing on it. So maybe this is newer than what I was expecting. Maybe there's parts of it that they're still doing things up until recently, because this is set a little bit in the future. It's actually in 2028, I believe. It just seems like maybe there was stuff going on, and they kind of, something happened, they all had to evacuate, leave everything there.
Maybe like all these mutations are because they restarted some like research,
Maybe.
or they're doing some sort of like time advancement for these creatures, and that's what's causing like mutations.
And I do know that obviously from the trailer it says that these things are too dangerous to be put in the parks, and also the reason why they look like, even the Spinosaurus, the Mosasaurus, the T-Rex and Dilophosaurus seem okay. This Velociraptor looks like the JP3 raptors, but the reason why they look different is a result of mutations, so they weren't perfected. So that's, I'm guessing, the reason why they look different. Maybe that's going to be the in-world reason why they look different compared to like the Mosasaur from Jurassic World and the Spinosaurus from JP3. And the only other thing that I kind of have a weird gripe about is towards the end of this trailer, where the Spinosaurus are like helping the Mosasaurus in a symbiotic relationship. It just seems kind of weird that it's kind of like wolves helping a lion in a way. It's not like it's herbivores helping each other. It's one thing, like a bird picking the ticks off of a rhino. But two predators helping each other, especially from JP3, where we saw the Spinosaurus being the apex predator taking down a T-Rex all by itself. It just seems kind of weird that, like I said.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense because like we know that the Spinosaurus was its own like sort of like T-Rex equivalent, like just a little bit more amphibious. So it's like, why is, like you said, like why is a wolf like helping a lion hunt?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
But other than that, I enjoy the trailer visually. I think we're getting to that point where we're going, okay, maybe we should have stopped at Jurassic World, because like Fallen Kingdom it was okay. Like I said, the visuals were great, the dinosaurs were cool, but half the movie was inside of a mansion. And Dominion was, in my opinion, better than Fallen Kingdom. But the problem with Dominion is the pacing. There was too much. They're cramming way too much into a 2-hour time block, and you could tell through the pacing, through the action, cutting from scene to scene to scene. Thankfully, they put Alan Grant, Ian Malcolm, and I forget her name, the actress from the original movie. They put them in the scene together in multiple shots together, and Colin Trevorrow, I believe, is the director. He wanted to do that for one of the Star Wars sequel trilogy movies, but they wouldn't let him do that with Han, Luke, and Leia. So a lot of people theorized he did that just to kind of give Disney the old one of those, so that he could show like this is what the fans want. They want them all in the same room at the same time working together, and I think that's what kind of like made me enjoy it more. It was just the pacing. It was just too much going on. The whole Locust thing, it was kind of stupid. Even this thing is kind of, the plot of this current movie is kind of dumb, where they're like, oh, we're gonna cure some disease, and I get it. Like it's it's gonna help humanity, blah blah blah. I kind of wish it was almost like, well, I heard this online where it's Planet of the Apes but with dinosaurs kind of thing. Like all the humans are isolated to this one area, and now it's all the world's taken over by dinosaurs. I think I would have rather see that, but from this, I'm probably still gonna enjoy it. The story's probably gonna be for me, and hopefully we get some pretty cool progression with characters, and obviously maybe Scarlett Johansson's character's gonna fall in love with the nerdy scientist guy, and hopefully he becomes. I'm not asking for this freaking Action Jackson Arnold Schwarzenegger character at the end where he's like mowing down people and dinosaurs and stuff. Just redeem him, make him more manly.
Yeah, make men great again. Like I'm not saying like make women weak again, but I'm just saying like at least like have like a man do a man thing.
Exactly.
Like if he's gonna be like the nerdy guy, like let him use his brain to like solve like a problem, right? Like he gets inventive on some shit. Like just have him use what he's good at to essentially like save the day.
Exactly.
Like if you're wanting him to be like the main character of this movie and Scarlett Johansson be like a like main character, like have them like have like some sort of symbiotic relationship where like he's doing like man things and she's doing whatever she needs to do.
Yep. And like we said, we're gonna see this. We're probably gonna put a review when the time comes. That's gonna be in July. In the end, this is not, I believe, the Jurassic Park franchise as a whole is not as bad as Star Wars and Marvel. It's not in a bad spot, but this may be the tipping point where it does go too far. But it's a wait and see game. In the end, if you want to spend your hard-earned money, go see this movie. Go see it. We're gonna see it. We're gonna review it, and we hope everyone. I hope I enjoy it, and I hope you all enjoy it. Hey, you made it to the end. You want to see more? Hit that subscribe button and leave a like on the video. Comment down below. We want to hear what you have to say, and we'll catch you on the next one.